So the topic for today is on order of operations involving fractions. The order of operations involving fractions. So this is how we are going to do. On this end, I have my board. I'm going to use this notebook as my board, and I'm going to demonstrate everything that I'm going to talk about today here on this board. So that are you able to see the board?
Yes.
You are able to see the board, eh? Okay, if you are able to see the board, then well and good. So
Yes.
this is what we are going to do. Let me minimize you. This is what we are going to do. The topic for today is actually on order of operations on fractions. And when we talk about the order of operations on fractions, in simple terms, we are referring to the idea of body mass, whereby we have the B standing for the bracket. We have O stands for off. Then we have got D standing for division. M goes for multiplication. Then A, it is the addition. And the S goes for subtraction. So when we are operating a fraction that has got more than one sign, you have got a bracket somewhere, you have got off, you have got division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction, then you need to evaluate them in that order. You start with the bracket becomes number one, then you go to off, then you go to division, you proceed to multiplication, then addition comes 5, and then lastly you finish with the subtraction. So here, to explain or to deliver the point home, allow me to use this example whereby you are asked to work out A. It is maybe 1/3 plus into bracket 6/7 minus 2/5 divide by 3/6. You are told you work out this. So what you need to do is this. First of all, we need to work out what is inside the bracket. And what is inside the bracket is 6/7 minus 2/5 divided by 3/6. If we use our body mass idea, yes, we are inside the bracket, but inside the bracket again, we have minus and division. You will find that division appears faster than the subtraction. So we need to divide that particular part where we have the division sign. Therefore, we are going to have 1/3 plus into bracket 6/7 minus 2/5. From what we know about division of a fraction, we can change this sign to be multiplication, but now we use the reciprocal of this. But we can simplify this one to be actually a half. 3/6 is the same as a half. So we can introduce multiplication sign here, but now you multiply with the reciprocal of this second fraction like that. Then we are going to have 1/3 plus 6/7. This is inside the bracket minus 2 and times 2 is actually 4. 5 times 1 is actually 5. Then you'd have 1/3. Then here we need to get the LCM over 7 and 5. And we know the LCM in that case is going to be 35. So it's going to be 35 divided by 7, which is 5. 5 times 6, sorry, which is actually 30 minus 35 divided by 5 is 7. 7 times 4 is 28. So at the end of the day, we are going to find this one is going to be equal to a third plus 2/35 which now would be equal to the LCM of 3 and 35 is going to be what? When we have 3 and 35 and we are looking for the LCM, we have 3. This one is going to be 1. Can 3 go to that 5? I don't think, because this is it can't go 35. So we can have 5 because of 1 and 7. We can have 7. So it's actually 35 times 3. So let me open my calculator here, where we have 3 times that 5. Which is actually 105. So the LCM is 105. 105 divided by 3 is going to be 35. 35 times 1 is actually 35. 105 divided by that 5 will give us 3. 3 times 2 is actually 6. You will find this one is going to be equal to 41 over 105. But basically what you need to understand here, anytime you are evaluating using body mass, always stick to the game of the rules of the game. If you don't apply the body mass, then obviously you will get an answer which is not correct. Let us have another example here, where you have got 2 and 1 over 3 plus 3 over 7 of, then you are given this 1 and 1 over 2 minus 5 over 8 divided by, then you have another bracket here, 2 and 3 over 5 plus 7 over 9. You are given an expression like that, and you are asked to evaluate it. Still, it must be body mass that is applicable here. But whenever you have got the mixed number like this is a mixed fraction, where we have a whole number and a fraction, you need to convert them first of all into improper fraction. So we are going to have 2 times 3, which is 6, plus 1, which is 7 over 3, plus 3 over 7 of, this is the same as 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3. It is going to be 3 over 2 minus, what is this number is what? 5 over 8. Divided by, this is going to be 10. 10 plus 3 is actually 13 over 5 plus 7 over 9. But note here, from here we have the bracket, and then here we have another bracket up to that point. So in this case, we have got 2 brackets. We have got the inner bracket, which is this one, and we have got the outer bracket. When you have got 2 brackets, always start with the inner bracket. Always start with the inner bracket. So this is what will happen. We need to evaluate this one first. So we shall have 7 over 3 plus 3 over 7 of 3 over 2 minus 5 over 8 divided by, then we need to work out this. This one is the same as what? The LCM of 5 and 9 is 45. 45 divided by 5 is 9. So we are going to have 9 times 13, which is 117, plus 45 divided by 9 is 5. 5 times 7 is actually 35. So at the end of the day, we are going to have 7 over 3 plus 3 over 7 of 3 over 2 minus 5 over 8 divided by, this one is going to be 117 plus 35, which is equals to 152 over 45. Then now we can come here and work out the division part. now inside this particular bracket, we have got the division. So we can have 7 over 3 plus 3 over 7 of 3 over 2 minus 5 over 8 times, instead of having the division, we can multiply by 45 over 152, like that, so that we can have 7 over 3 plus 3 over 7 of 3 over 2 minus, here we shall have what? Do we have numbers that can cancel out? Let us multiply them direct. 5 goes with 45, so we have 5 times 45, which is actually 225, over 8 times 152. 8 times 152, which is equals to 1216, like that. Then from there now, we can work out this part. You'll find that now the LCM will be equal to this. So it's going to be 7 over 3 plus 3 over 7 of the LCM for this case is going to be 1216 divided by 2. 1216 divided by 2, which is actually 608. 608 times 3. I've divided by this and multiplied by this. The answer I'm getting here is 1824 minus 1216 divided by 1216 will be 1. 1 times 225 is going to be 225, like that. After doing that, then you can come and you say it's going to be equal to 7 over 3 plus 3 over 7 of, this one was 1824. 1824 minus 225, which is giving us 1599 over 1216. Then we can proceed to the off part, which is going to be 7 over 3 plus 3 over 7 of this. Remember, this one is the same as multiplication. Off is the same as multiplication. So we can simply multiply 3 times 1599 times 3, which gives us 4797 over 7 times 1216. 7 times 1216, which comes to 8512. And then now you can work out this. You can find the LCM of these two, and then you work out and you are able to get the answer. So basically that is how you evaluate anything that has got more than one sign. Make sure that you stick with the body mass rule. If you go against this, then automatically you will get a very wrong answer. If you go and start by working out on this because they seem to be easier and they are actually at the forefront, and you don't work from this end, the answer you are going to get, obviously you will get an answer, but the answer that you are going to get is not going to be the correct one. So always try as much as you can to work on the fractions using the body mass. It is an area. Most cases you will find either question 1, 2, or 3 in your exams. It is testing on this, either fractions or the integers, which I uploaded the videos and the materials, and you are supposed to go through them and understand them better. So if maybe can come here, Juliana. Yes, Juliana. Are you able to unmute your mic? Juliana?